Nobody tell The Economist, but the VA just expanded education benefits for over 1 million veterans. On January 3rd, it was announced that veterans who served at least 2 service periods, one that would qualify them for the Montgomery GI Bill and one for the post 9/11, would now rate 48 months of education benefits instead of 36. Put extremely simply, if you re-enlisted, you now get 4 years of education benefits instead of 3. The change comes after the Supreme Court's April ruling in favor of James Rudisill, an Army veteran with 8 years of service who wished to use both his Montgomery and post 9/11 GI Bill. Rudisill argued that if he earned both benefits, he should be able to use both benefits, and 7 of the 9 Supreme Court justices agreed with him. The 2 justices that dissented were Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito, by the way. As with anything that has to do with the government, especially the VA, there are lots of caveats and rules and other shit, so don't actually us in the comments if we don't specifically address your very unique issue. Under the previous guidance, veterans were limited to 36 months total of benefits, so if you use 24 months of the Montgomery GI Bill, you could only use 12 months of the post 9/11. Sometimes. If you serve more than one contract, you could use 36 months of the Montgomery and then 12 months of the post 9/11, sometimes depending on when you joined. But if you chose to use the post 9/11 first, you waived your Montgomery GI Bill. Now all that doesn't matter, and even if you pick the post 9/11 over the Montgomery, you can now use the latter, and you're getting 90 days tacked onto the expiration date. Once again, we generalized a lot here, but this is what will apply to most veterans. If you do have specific questions about the GI Bill, go ahead and reach out to the VA, the veteran liaison at your school or university, or a veteran services organization like the American Legion. If you're one of the 1.04 million veterans that this impacts, the VA is going to let you know, and they're also going to automatically adjudicate 660,000 cases without any action necessary from the veterans. The VA actually has a pretty helpful page on the Rudisill decision, and it's linked in our story. So if you're a veteran who's on the fence about using the GI Bill, or you were upset that you couldn't use both, now's your chance. The GI Bill really is pretty fucking sick. I personally used it to get a degree in cybersecurity and networking, which I'm obviously not using directly, but it gave me a chance to get my shit figured out, and it might do the same for you. So I actually encourage you to do it. At the very least, you get to go to school and get paid a little bit, and that can be pretty fucking sweet too. To read this full story, go to taskandpurpose.com and follow us right here for more news from the military community.